And let's get you all the updates you need to know on the rescue operations that are underway in Uttarakhand after the glacial avalanche hit Chamoli district yesterday, causing widespread devastation. Joint rescue operations by the NDRF, the SDRF, the ITBP and Defence Forces are being carried out to save those who are stuck due to the flash flood. 10 bodies unfortunately have been recovered so far, and in all 26 people have also been rescued, while over 100 remain missing right now. The workers from the second tunnel of the Tapovan hydro project are yet to be rescued. Around 30 people are likely to be trapped, and this is just an estimate that we're hearing from the rescue personnel there, that they could be trapped in that tunnel. 16 were rescued from the tunnel after from tunnel 1 alone, after flood waters damaged the project. Water level is again increasing in Tapovan due to a lake formation by the glacial burst. Police have alerted also people living in the surrounding areas to immediately evacuate as a precautionary measure in case again water levels go up.
So what's the latest this morning?
The latest is that the one tunnel which is yet to be opened. We were working on it overnight. The slush was so much. Our people could crawl in up to 150 meters. Beyond that they could not go. Then overnight the slush is being removed away. We are trying to get in. The maximum 25 to 30 people could be here. Overall numbers that we've got finally is 32% missing from the first project and about 121 from here. This is the maximum number those are missing. 10 dead bodies we have recovered, 3 from Tapovan, 7 from downstream up to Kanprayag. Total 10 bodies have been recovered.
Is there an apprehension that there could be others who are trapped inside the numbers?
Numbers inside the tunnel could be 25 to 30. This is from that they were working here. The idea is from this that about 25 to 30 people were working in this tunnel.
देखिए वहाँ पे उनसे बात भी हो पा रही थी, वो टनल का अप्रोच एक्सेसिबल था थोड़ा, उसको खोद के वहाँ से रेस्क्यू हो गया। ये जो टनल है ये 180 मीटर लंबी है ये, और ये स्केप टनल है। यहाँ से थोड़ा आगे 3 टनल से जो इंटेक लेती है यहाँ से निकलता है बाहर। तो इसके जो 180 मीटर में से 150 मीटर जो है लगभग कल हम चले गए थे, लेकिन उसके आगे स्लज पूरा ऊपर तक टच कर रहा है। तो मशीन से उसको मैनुअली पॉसिबल नहीं था, तो वो अभी ओपनिंग शायद 2 घंटे में ओपनिंग हो जाएगी और फिर हम जो अंदर लोग ट्रैप है वहाँ तक पहुँच जाएंगे।
अभी टनल की हम बात करें और भी कोई टनल जहाँ लोग फंसे हो?
नहीं, यही टनल है, आगे ट्राई जंक्शन है, टनल का चौराहा बनता है, फिर उसके आगे जाके एक लेवल के बाद एक्सेलरेशन बंद हो जाता है। तो ये जो है अभी यही एरिया है जिसको क्लियर करना है।
और कितने जानकारी है कि यहाँ पे कितने कर्मचारी हो सकते हैं?
तो यहाँ के जो प्लांट है उनके जो हेड है उनसे मेरी बात हुई थी, तो लगभग कह रहे थे कि 37 के आसपास बता रहे हैं कि इस टनल के अंदर लोग हैं।
I want to take this across now to our senior executive editor Gaurav Sawant, who's joining us live from Tapovan in Uttarakhand. Gaurav, fingers crossed we get some good news today about the rescue of all the workers who are stranded in tunnel number 2. In this kind of an operation, time is of course of the essence, but the officials there know full well also the kind of challenges they're facing in this operation.
So even as we speak, you can see the heavy equipment that is now being rolled in, and the effort is in this race against time, get there as quickly as possible to be able to save lives. Akshita, this place is rather cramped, as you can see. So this is the Indian Army that has now moved in with its earth moving equipment. They're using their excavators, they're moving other equipment that would be required. Now you can make out the kind of slush that is there inside the tunnel. Just behind us here is the tunnel, and I want to bring in Aparna Kumar. Aparna Kumar is the Deputy Inspector General of Police of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police. And ma'am, your people have been engaged in rescue operations. What can you tell us, ma'am? What's the latest as far as people trapped inside are concerned?
Okay, this is the another big tunnel of Tapovan NTPC project. Yesterday, the smaller tunnel, all the 12 people were rescued and they are safe in our Joshimath 1st Battalion hospital. And around 10 bodies were taken out yesterday. In this tunnel, they have been trying from yesterday and from today morning The army is there, and ITBP, SDRF Uttarakhand is also there, and NDRF is there. They're trying to get inside. There is a blockage. They're trying to remove the slush which has blocked the tunnel. So once that blockade is removed, then the rescue team is going to enter and try to rescue the...
Ma'am, this tunnel is about 2 kilometers, am I right? Is it blocked even on the other side? Is it blocked from both sides?
I think it is blocked from here, and we don't know what is there inside the tunnel, but there are people inside, and hopefully the team is going to rescue them.
Okay. Ma'am, many thanks for speaking to us here at India Today. So, Akshita, as you can look around me, there are members of the Indo-Tibetan Border Police who are deployed here. The one in the orange uniform, which is very visible, is NDRF. If you look around me this side, these are men of the 22nd Battalion of the Grenadiers, also of Garhwal Rifles, Garhwal Scouts. They were amongst the first to go in. Garhwal Scout के लोग अंदर भी गए हैं.
सर नो कमेंट सर.
आपकी टीम अंदर गई है?
हाँ, गई थी सर.
अंदर आप लोग को क्या मिला?
100 मीटर के बाद पूरा ब्लॉकेज है अभी.
अच्छा, और अंदर से कोई आवाज या कोई अंदर है या नहीं है? ये ऐसा
कंफर्म नहीं हो पाया.
अभी कोई कंफर्म नहीं.
काफी लोग फंस रखे अंदर, अभी कुछ कंफर्म नहीं है कितने लोग हैं.
लेकिन उम्मीद है कि टनल की दूसरी तरफ से अंदर घुसने का
सर बहुत कम चांसेस है.
नहीं है नहीं.
So this is the ground reality at this point of time. This is the kind of slush, that's all over this place. Right down here is the dam which burst and water came gushing in, went inside this tunnel along with the slush. But downstream, we are told that everything is as normal as possible given the current situation. I also have Mr. Gurung with me. Gurung sir, downstream everything is normal.
यहाँ पूरा नॉर्मल है अभी तो. बाकी हम देख रहे हैं आगे क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम आती है. तो अभी तो डेब्री हटाने का काम चल रहा है.
नहीं, जैसे कर्णप्रयाग में, रुद्रप्रयाग में
उधर नॉर्मल है, उधर नॉर्मल सिचुएशन नॉर्मल.
अब कोई अंदेशा भी नहीं है कि पानी बढ़ेगा कि नहीं?
नहीं, चांसेस कम है बढ़ने के.
अब चांसेस कम है बढ़ने की. So this is the situation. The state disaster relief team is also here. मंग साहब, आप तो एनडीआरएफ की टीम के हैं. एनडीआरएफ के कितने लोग इस समय यहाँ इस ऑपरेशन में एंगेज्ड हैं और क्या क्या आपको अभी तक में पता चल पा रहा है?
देखिए, 2 टीमें हमारी आ चुकी हैं. सुबह से हमने कनाइन सर्च भी करा चुके हैं, लेकिन अभी तक कोई डॉग को हमारी महक नहीं आई है, क्योंकि मलबा बहुत ज्यादा आ चुका है. लेकिन हमारा प्रयास आगे जारी है. आशा करते हैं कि जल्दी हमें कुछ ना कुछ मिलेगा.
So, Akshita, that's an interesting point. The dog squad has also been roped in. Maybe they can sniff out something in the debris, but so far not successful. Now army engineers and infantrymen are going inside, and hopefully they should be able to make some headway.
Okay, Gaurav, request you to stay on with me. I'm going to come across to you for more updates, but we're getting in news right now, and this is a confirmation that's coming from the Chamoli police that totally 15 people have been rescued. The death toll has reached now 14. This is the latest update that we can get you, that in this glacial burst that's happened and the avalanche, 14 people unfortunately have lost their lives. As far as the rescue operation itself is concerned, a total of 15 people have been rescued so far, and we're hoping that that number increases in the coming hours. As Gaurav was pointing out, a very tricky, a very challenging operation here where time is of the essence, but at the same time there's so much of silting that tunnels have been completely blocked off. Gaurav, as you know, we're trying to put out as much of information as we can get, at the same time verified, put out by official sources. Just tell us and explain the topography to us. What led to both of these tunnels being completely closed up in such a manner?
Akshita, if I could show you around, now there's better appreciation of the situation. So when there was a glacial burst, water came gushing down the river this way. So there is a dam. If you can see the dam, though it's against light, that dam completely collapsed under the weight of the water, and water, slush, everything came gushing into this tunnel. This is the intake entrance of the tunnel you see there. Water just came gushing in, and whoever was working inside remained trapped inside. That is what happened yesterday. This tunnel was completely filled with slush, is what officers on ground tell us. Then The first responders were the Indo-Tibetan border police personnel, since they are the ones who are deployed right here at Joshimath, and then the Indian Army came in. They started removing the slush. We have the Director General of Uttarakhand Police, Mr. Ashok Kumar, once again with us. Sir, yesterday this entire place was completely filled with slush when the dam broke. You've been seeing this, you've been monitoring this. How has it improved since then?
Since then we have been able to enter. Yesterday we crawled into this tunnel, the big tunnel. We could go up to 150 meters, and beyond that it was impossible to go. Now we are clearing the slush with the machines. Yesterday night also, overnight the operation has gone on. It was held up for 1-2 hours in the evening when water level rose a little bit. Now I would like to make it clear, water levels are normal. Upstream also, downstream also. So and the slush is being taken away. I am hopeful that by the end of the day we should be able to open the tunnel.
On both sides. So then both tunnels would be open, and then the situation would be as back to normal as possible. What about information that some villagers were either cut off or missing, sir?
Cut off, yes. One village is cut off, and the upper reaches are also, Malari side is also cut off because the bridge is broken. But life is normal there. If there is any rescue or anything required, we have sent a chopper that side. It will not be any issue because it's a normal life, and there is nothing, no trace of calamity there on that side, except that the bridge is broken. You know.
Right.
Now the only thing is total number of persons I told you missing is 153.
153 people are missing in all.
In all.
On both the sides.
On both the sides, 32 from the first project, 121 from the second project. And out of the 153, 10 bodies we have recovered up to Karnaprayag. Our teams of SDRF and Uttarakhand Police are scanning the river bed to find new bodies. And out of this 153, only 25 to 30 people could be in this tunnel.
Okay, and where would the others be? I'll ask Tripal to move, because if you see that that earth mover is now coming out. You know, Akshita, this is the kind of place rather restricted in terms of movement. This was the entry to the tunnel which was under construction, but because of slush everything's come to a virtual standstill, and now police teams, army teams and ITBP teams along with NDRF and SDRF are engaged in the task of trying to once again bring life back to normal. So you said 150 missing in all.
Out of which 10 bodies have been recovered.
Right.
Out of which 25 to 30 people could be in this tunnel. From the second tunnel we rescued 12 people yesterday. They are all safe. They are in ITBP hospital, but all safe. 100% safe.
When we say missing, is there a fear that they could have been swept away, or would they be in some villages and maybe they'll come and rejoin?
See, I believe since the almost 24 hours or 22 hours have gone by, very few numbers could be that they could come back. Otherwise, most of them could have been swept away. But there could be numbers like yesterday from the first project, 13 people have reported back.
Right.
Yeah. So it is possible that from second project also, some more people report back.
Well, we hope for the best, Mr. Ashok Kumar, the Director General of Uttarakhand Police. Many thanks for joining me. Akshita, 150 missing, 25 to 30 could be trapped inside. Others hoping against hope that they haven't been swept away, and that in case they are somewhere, they'll rejoin work. They are yet to rejoin work, but yesterday there was total chaos when people went missing. So now it's hoped that in the next 10 to 12 hours, there'll be far more clarity on the number of people rescued and the casualties.
But, you know, if you're talking about having to track down 150 people, Gaurav, that's no easy task. It could take perhaps days to actually sweep the entire area of the Dhauli Ganga as well as the Alaknanda River. Gaurav, stay with me. I want to take this across now to Ashutosh Mishra. He's joining us live from the Raini village. To put this in context, Raini village is close to where actually the glacial burst had happened. So the first avalanche that hit, the areas where people are living was in Raini village. Ashutosh, give us a sense of what's happening there. Hopefully things have returned to normal, water levels have come down.
Well, indeed, the water level has completely gone down, and these are the exclusive images on India Today's camera from Raini village and first place where the massive avalanche, that piece of that iceberg actually fall down. And clearly, look at this avalanche, the kind of flash flood it triggered. All this road connectivity, which was connecting even up to the next post, has been washed away. In fact, this one significant bridge, which this connects Joshimath and this entire part to the Niti area. Look at this, the images of destruction. This entire concrete constructed bridge have been swept away, washed away with this kind of furious flash flood caused by the avalanche. At the same time, look at other side, the road that's connected. This is one village, Raini village, and there were several houses located, and which seems to be that completely washed and swept away with that. So what could be the degree of this devastation? These images are explaining, horrific images. Everything, this entire area looking like a plain surface. Dhaval Singh, who's one of the local residents from this village, joining me here. Dhaval Singh ji, आपको याद है उस समय क्या हुआ था? आप कहाँ थे और क्या किया?
इधर सर, ऊपर था साहब हमारा।
आप ऊपर थे?
हाँ, घर आया ना हमारा।
अच्छा, तो
बहुत आवाज आया सर। जब आवाज आया तो सब पेड़ भागे सर। ये पेड़ है ना, हरा पेड़।
अच्छा, यहाँ पर जो सारे हैं।
हाँ, बहुत दूर से आए।
हम चाहेंगे आप इस तरफ आए ताकि हम तस्वीरें दिखा सके। So, as he suggesting, this was the gateway where the avalanche came from. फिर क्या हुआ?
उसके बाद पूरा आवाज आया सर, जैसे ब्लास्टिंग होता सर, वो ये मतलब पूरा उछल गया सर। ये उछला तो इसके बाद यहाँ पर कंपनी वाली की बिल्डिंग था।
अच्छा, यहाँ दीवार थी
ना, बिल्डिंग कंपनी का। अच्छा, जो कंपनी था यहाँ पर। तो मैंने वहां से आवाज मारा ऊपर गाँव से। जब मैंने आवाज मारा तो कुछ लोग ने तो बिल्डिंग से उछाल मार दिया।
बिल्डिंग से भागे वो? यहाँ बिल्डिंग थी। As he is suggesting, the area that you see looking a plain surface, there was actually a concrete building. And as he is suggesting, the local suggesting, who is an eyewitness of the incident, that there were few people. फिर क्या हुआ था?
उसके बाद सब मैंने आवाज मारा ऊपर से। तो एक दो आदमी तो बिल्डिंग से कूद मारा, कुछ आदमी दौड़ रहा था इधर को। तो तब तक भयंकर आवाज से पूरा बिल्डिंग सहित गिर गया साहब। तो कुछ आदमी गिर गया सर।
बिल्डिंग में थे वो?
हाँ साहब, खड़े होकर थे बिल्डिंग में। मैंने आवाज मारा ऊपर से, सीटी मारा मैंने।
कितने लोग लगभग रहे होंगे बिल्डिंग में?
कोई पता नहीं सर अभी तो।
अच्छा, कितने लोग भाग पाए वहाँ से?
कम में भाग पाए, 10-12
भाग पाए।
हाँ साहब।
ज्यादा लोग थे बिल्डिंग में?
हाँ था, होगा साहब। कुछ वहाँ थे, कुछ यहाँ ड्यूटी में थे पुलिस वाले। तब आवाज मारा सर मैंने, तब वो भागा। तो तब तक जब वो बिल्डिंग से उछाल मार रहा था नीचे तक, तब तो पीछे से पूरा मलबा गया सर। मलबा आने के बाद कुछ लोग तो यहाँ से इधर भागे। तब उसके बाद तो पता नहीं चला साहब वहाँ।
और यहाँ पर कितनी देर लगभग पानी का स्तर ऊपर? पानी कहाँ तक था धवल सिंह जी?
सर पानी आता ये पत्थर नहीं है ये।
हाँ,
तो जो
बोल्डर।
हाँ, बोल्डर।
So as he is suggesting the big boulder, so this seems to be at least 60 to 70 feet. That was the water level when the flash flood triggered, and that could be, one can estimate and anticipate what would be the degree of devastation here caused by this flash flood post that avalanche. वहाँ क्या गाँव भी थे, घर भी थे?
सर घर यहाँ पर ये दिखाई दे, केवल उनको तोड़ गया।
अच्छा, ये सारे घर थे?
तो उनको उधर है ना जो गांव में, उनके यही रहते, वो 3 लोग थे।
वो उनका पता चला कहाँ है?
हाँ, वो तो निकाल दिया सब बाहर।
अच्छा, वो निकल गए?
निकल के वो मकान की दीवार तोड़ा सब से, उनको निकाल के। तो लेकिन एक हमारे यहाँ पर भाभी जी थे, उनके यहाँ पर जमीन था,
घर भी था उनका।
जिनका सर
यहाँ पर बिल्डिंग के अलावा और भी लोग रहते थे यहाँ पे?
बहुत लोग रहते थे सर, पूरा कंपनी था।
पता चला वो कहाँ है?
कोई पता नहीं चला सर, अभी पता भी नहीं चला, अभी कोई पता नहीं चल रहा अभी तो।
So beyond this point, Akshita, it is next to impossible to even cross this barrier point, and this is the debris that you see was brought by the flash flood. And here I can see the electricity poles on this India Today camera. Here, that was the avalanche gateway, and that explains, because the heavy snowfall that was reported in the last few days, and that clearly could be the one potential reason that triggered that snowfall. At that gateway, how this flash flood came into, even the taking away this concrete structure, a strategic bridge which is connecting one entire place, Joshimath, in fact this entire Chamoli district, to the other side, which is significant area. But now the kind of destruction we see, everything is plain now. Though the water level has completely gone down, there is hardly anything flowing. So it's all just a glacier water. But other than that, it is only a plain surface, all debris around that I could see here. Back to you.
Ashutosh, your report gives us a sense of the kind of devastation this particular avalanche caused. The sheer amount of water gushing through that area, sweeping away buildings and people and creating so much of destruction in a matter of minutes, really. As far as the rescue operations go, and we'll keep going across to Ashutosh to get you more insights of what's happening at the Raini village, the first village that was hit by that avalanche. Let's also focus on the rescue operations. I've been giving you details about what's happening at the Tapovan tunnel. Two of them, one tunnel, all the people have been rescued. In the other tunnel, however, operations have been going on overnight because we hear that somewhere around 30 workers could be stuck inside. The tunnel has been completely closed off because of all the silt and all the stones that got pushed in during the flash floods and the avalanche. Here's an exclusive report by Manjeet Negi.
12 घंटे से ज्यादा का वक्त हो गया है। यहाँ पर युद्ध स्तर पर आईटीबीपी, सेना, एनडीआरएफ, एसडीआरएफ तमाम एजेंसियां भरसक युद्ध स्तर पर कोशिश कर सकती हैं। आप देखिए किस तरह से टनल जो करीब 1 किलोमीटर लंबी टनल है, वहां पर अंदर तमाम मशीनरी के जरिए कोशिश की जा रही है, क्योंकि काफी कई फीट तक मलबा है। उस मलबे के ऊपर फट्टे बिछाकर आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश की जा रही है। एक मानव श्रृंखला बनाई जा रही है टनल के अंदर, क्योंकि काफी कई फीट तक यहाँ पर मलबा आ चुका है और उसके अंदर मलबे के ऊपर फट्टे रखकर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। उसमें की कोशिश हो रही है और अब 12 घंटे से ज्यादा का वक्त हो गया है। यहाँ पर युद्ध स्तर पर आईटीबीपी, सेना, एनडीआरएफ, एसडीआरएफ तमाम एजेंसियां भरसक युद्ध स्तर पर कोशिश कर सकती हैं। आप देखिए किस तरह से टनल जो करीब 1 किलोमीटर लंबी टनल है, वहां पर अंदर तमाम मशीनरी के जरिए कोशिश की जा रही है, क्योंकि काफी कई फीट तक मलबा है। उस मलबे के ऊपर फट्टे बिछाकर आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश की जा रही है। एक मानव श्रृंखला बनाई जा रही है टनल के अंदर।
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.